Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2023 Flippy Awards, where Alex and I will be doing everything from MVP of the year, Cy Young of the year, to worst umpire interaction, to best swag, to best Flippin Bats interview. We got a lot of awards. I think it's about 16, if I'm not mistaken. I got all the winners right here on my cards. But Alex, this is going to be a lot of fun. This is an annual tradition at this point. Second annual, I believe.
So now it's an annual.
Now it's officially annual. Yep. Last year was a lot of fun. We're going to have all the nominees, 3 nominees for every single award, and then we will pick the winner at the end of each category. And then at the end of the episode, what we also did last year, we're going to do a draft of teams that are in the playoffs.
Ooh, yes. This is also because our tail of the tape was tied at the end of the season, and we need some sort of like a wager of who's going to win the season.
Yeah, so there are 12 teams
if
in
you
the
will.
playoffs, and we're going to do a little draft of teams, and if our team wins, you get a point. It's kind of like what we did last year. But yeah. This is going to be a lot of fun. Award show day, Flippy Awards.
Well, since this show is called Flippin Bats, we are going to get started with our first award being the best bat flip. And the nominees are Shohei Ohtani, Ronald Acuna Jr., and Fernando Tatis Jr.
Alex, you mentioned it. This is a rather prestigious award because the show is called Flippin Bats. So, the winner of the 2023 Flippy Award for Best Bat Flip is Fernando Tatis Jr. If you remember this one, Alex, it was this low bat flip. You like spun
it was like a windmill.
A helicopter.
It was
like
beautiful.
A windmill. And then the just swag to pump the crowd up. He did this sick fist pump. It was unbelievable.
In my favorite City Connect jerseys in the league.
Hot take.
Looks great.
But definitely, Fernando Tatis, congratulations. Best bat flip of 2023.
All right, on to our next award. Best move of the year. And the nominees are Phillies trade for Michael Lorenzen, Astros trade for Justin Verlander, Brewers trade for Mark Canha.
All of these ended up being big moves. Mark Canha, for instance, went over to a Brewers team that needed offense, right? And Lorenzen, the same thing, especially with some of the injuries to the pitching staff. Lorenzen going to that pitching rotation for the Phillies and being a big pickup. But Mark Canha specifically, Brewers needed offense. He went and provided that, and now they're in the playoffs. But for me, the winner of the 2023 Flippin' Award for Best Move of the Year is Justin Verlander to the Astros. And Alex, I think this really solidified itself over his last 2 starts. The Astros, when they needed it the most, his 2 biggest starts of the year.
He was a big reason they got into the postseason.
That first start, that last one against the Mariners, 8 innings, 1 run, and then this final start on Saturday against the D-backs. When playoffs are on the line, you win and you're in. 5 scoreless innings. So that's his last 13 innings for the Astros when the games mattered the most. Only 1 earned run given up. He's been huge. He was a huge pickup for them. So congratulations, Justin, on your 2023 Flippin' Award for Best Move of the Year.
All right, on to our next award. Let's have some fun here. The What Did I Just See Award. And the nominees are Bobby Witt Jr. hits a foul ball to Bobby Witt Sr. The fight between Tim Anderson and Jose Ramirez. And Ellie De La Cruz steals second, third, and home on 2 pitches.
Well, Alex, a lot of these moments were great. Bobby Witt hitting a foul ball to his dad. The Tim Anderson and Jose Ramirez baseball brawl, which I had just been thinking, we need more brawls in baseball. Well, that was a good one. That was an all-timer.
That was a KO.
If you remember it. I mean, they literally dropped their gloves and put up their dukes like they were legitimately about to get in a boxing match, and that they did. But is it the winner? We will see. The winner of the What Did I Just See Flippy Award is Ellie De La Cruz stealing second, third, and home on 2 pitches. I've never seen that.
No.
So have I seen a brawl on the baseball field?
Yes.
Yes. Have I seen a son hit a foul ball to his dad? Maybe not. But I really haven't seen a guy steal second, third, and home on 2 pitches because, well, it hasn't happened before. I remember seeing that. It was right around the time Ellie came up.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking, this guy is going to be a lot of fun in baseball for a long, long time to come. And now he has his first Flippy award under his belt.
There you go. All right, on to our next award. Best swag.
This is a good one.
I love this one. The nominees are Fernando Tatis Jr.'s custom cleats. You can see right behind you. Rhinestone, ode to Kobe. Zach Gallen's All-Star fit. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. matching All-Star outfits with his kids.
Well, these are all great. Zach Gallen, friend of the podcast, by the way, asked him about his All-Star game outfit, and it's just a great outfit. There's no way around that.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Gucci.
Then you got Lourdes Gurriel and his kids dressed the exact same, and they looked great. But when it comes to best swag, the winner of the 2023 Flippin' Award for Best Swag is Fernando Tatis Jr. and those incredible cleats.
Jordan cleats, rhinestoned perfectly to the Laker colors. I mean, it's beautiful.
I also think it's like Fernando Tatis, he just has probably the best swag in baseball.
He does.
He's just a swaggy player. We saw him up close and personal in San Diego.
Yeah.
He's an entertainer.
He is.
That's what he does. And wearing these was entertaining to see. So
it's beautiful.
Fernando Tatis.
I want a pair of those.
Another Flippy award.
All right. Those cards have anything on it? Nobody will know.
You don't get to see. You stay over there.
Let's move on to our next award. Worst umpire moment. Ben's gotten pretty heated about this throughout the entire season. The nominees are Bryce Harper ejected after check swing called strike. Missed foul ball call in the Cubs-Braves game. Zach Eflin forced to remove his wedding ring.
This one is it's tough because umpires often rub me the wrong way.
Oh, you think?
And Angel Hernandez often rubs me the wrong way. And some of these are recency bias. Some of them are not. And to be honest with you, there were a million more options I could have gone with.
There were a lot.
So to narrow it down to 3 was virtually impossible, but I feel good about the winner.
Okay.
So the winner of worst umpire moment of 2023 is Zach Eflin being asked to remove his rubber wedding ring.
What all the athletes wear so they can wear the ring while they play.
From his glove hand.
Yeah.
It wasn't on his throwing hand. It was on his glove hand, and it was rubber. And everybody wears. If you're wearing a wedding ring, it's these silicone ones that everybody has. A lot of athletes have. The umpires went out and made him take it off. And they went out there and he said, I really am against taking this off right now.
Yeah.
I've never had to do it. And I guess I will not do it unless you're telling me you're going to eject me for this. And they said, if you don't take off your wedding ring, your silicone wedding ring on your glove hand, we are going to eject you from the ball game.
That was ridiculous.
So he ended up taking it off and telling that story out of the game. What are we doing? You know what we're doing? It's umpires wanting to put their stamp again on a game. There were so many missed calls. There were so many poorly called games behind the plate. There were so many ridiculous things that happened. But this one, look, I sometimes struggle to remind myself this, but umpires are human. Mistakes are made, sometimes egregious ones that are like, how could you make that call? Yeah. So I didn't want to go with a specific call because there were a million. And umpires are human.
You want to do moments.
But this one, where they're just ego gets involved and they want to put their stamp on a game. That was a
power trip right there.
That is what I hate the most. The power trips. I can't.
Yeah.
So I don't even know who gets this Flippy award.
No one. Take a deep breath. Ben.
I'm not giving it to an umpire.
Take a lap.
I'm not giving it to an umpire.
Take a lap around the box.
I'll tell you that.
Deep breath before we move on here.
Congratulations to, I don't know, we should give it to Zach Eflin because he gets his wedding ring back in a Flippy award.
All right. On to our next. The best flippin' interview. And the nominees are Blake Snell in San Diego, which was right when he turned his season around. Zach Gallen. Tom Glavine.
Whew. This, again, to narrow down to 3. Every Wednesday, great guest this year, great guest throughout the season. Really, really difficult to narrow it down to 3. But I feel these were all great. Blake Snow, when we were down there in San Diego, turned his season around just before that. He had really started pitching great. Yeah. Talking to him about that season turnaround and how he was able to do that. Zach Gallen telling some great stories. Tom Glavine coming on talking about John Smoltz and the Braves and the Hall of Fame. And it was such a good episode. But the winner of the 2023 Flippin Award for Best Interview is Zach Gallen. Look, this one was awesome because, well, I didn't know it was going to happen. I knew I played against him in the minor leagues. And the second I bring it up, he goes, oh, yeah, I have a bone to pick with you. I was like, what did I do? And basically, when we played against each other in the minor leagues, we were having a quick game. Things were going by great. And then all of a sudden, fly ball to the right fielder. Ball got lost in the sun a little bit. It was a high sky.
Wonder who that right fielder was.
I couldn't find it. He couldn't find it. Next thing you know, ball drops. It is the one fly ball that I clanked in the outfield. You make errors, right? Like balls like get up your arm and you bobble them away. But that was the one just clanked fly ball that ever happened. Ended up tying the game. We went into extras. It lasted a long time. Well, Zach Gallen, the pitcher that was not pitching that game, was pissed off that the game ended up going a lot longer, and it was all my fault.
Rightfully
and he brought it up.
Rightfully so.
He brought it up.
Yep.
So it was great. That one was a
Memories.
lot of fun. Congrats, Zach Gallen, on your Flippy Award.
All right, on to Best Smoltz Story, because we got a lot of these every Saturday. The nominees are pitching against Tony Gwynn, Cal Ripken Jr. going 6 for 6 against Smoltz and the Braves, Best Brawl Story.
So every Saturday, John Smoltz comes on. Saturday with Smoltz. And I love having him on because I just get so many stories from throughout his career and current baseball stuff. But this Flippy Award is for the best story that he told this year. A lot of these were great. Again, hard to narrow down to 3, but we did. And then I narrowed down to a winner. And the winner of the 2023 Flippy Award for Best John Smoltz Story is pitching against Tony Gwynn. Now, the story he told is almost hard to even fathom, but it is about how many times between the big 3, John Smoltz, Tom Glavine, and Greg Maddux, they all struck out Tony Gwynn. Now, just to clarify, they faced him hundreds and hundreds of times. And one of them didn't even strike him out at all. And a couple of them only got like 1 or 2 strikeouts. It's like 10 strikeouts and hundreds of at-bats. It is between 3 Hall of Fame pitchers. There are no slouches. So that it was just remarkable. And it's almost impossible to even fathom how good Tony Gwynn was. And hearing a Hall of Famer like him tell that story just solidifies that even more. So congratulations to, who do we give this Flippy Award to?
Smoltz. For coming on the show every week.
Yes.
Yeah, these are his stories.
Okay.
All right. On to our next award, Ben's Best Prediction.
Woo!
The nominees are,
I like this.
Of course you do, 4 of the 6 major award winners. Shohei multiple homer week when you introduce BVG.
Ben Verlander guarantee.
There you go. D-backs to make the playoffs.
Okay, I like this category a lot, but we are also going to do worst prediction, and I will not like that one as much. So I'm going to spend maybe a little more time on this one. First one, 4 of 6 award winners, the big awards. Cy Young MVP, Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year, I went Corbin Carroll, Gunnar Henderson. MVP, got Shohei, and Cy Young, Garrett Cole. So 4 of the 6 I ended up getting. Ohtani hadn't hit a home run in a little while. And on This Week in Shohei Ohtani news, I hadn't even ever said that. I just came up with BVG, Ben Verlander guarantee, that he would hit multiple home runs within the week. He hit a home run in the very next game and then hit 3 and 6 at-bats, solidifying the BVG, the one and only BVG of the 2023 season. And finally, quite a bold take, D-backs to make the playoffs. So Ben's best prediction goes to the 2023 Flippy Award is the Arizona Diamondbacks making the playoffs. April 14th is the day I declared that. long time ago. And also, it was my bold prediction before the season began.
It was.
I think the Diamondbacks can get into the playoffs. And here they are. It came down to the final weekend. They snuck in as the 6th seed. Congratulations to the Diamondbacks for getting into the playoffs. And congratulations to me on my very own 2023 Flippy Award.
Cool. Let's move to Ben's worst prediction. Are you ready for this one? And the nominees are Mets to win the NL East, Padres to win the NL West, and White Sox to win the AL Central. You win some, you lose some. In this case, you lose all of these.
Yeah, there were no winning these.
Nope.
The Mets, that was a tough one. Padres, White Sox, all those pretty bad. All those are pretty bad predictions.
Yep.
And there were more that I could have chose from.
A lot.
But it narrowed it down to 3.
Okay.
And for me, the winner of the 2023 Flippy Award for Ben's worst prediction has to be the New York Mets.
It does.
I mean, look, they won 101 games last year. I thought they got better, but it was arguably the worst. It was arguably the biggest disappointment of a season in the history of baseball.
Yeah.
Them and the San Diego Padres, though the Padres ended up fighting back into it at the very end.
They did.
Mets ended up selling off. They were eliminated a long, long time ago. Just a miserable prediction. It was just bad. Braves ended up being the best team in baseball. Mets were one of the worst teams in baseball.
Yep.
All hell broke loose. They were trading away everybody. They traded away and tried to build the farm back. It was awful. But congratulations to me for winning another Flippy Award. It is my 2nd of the evening. Next.
All right. Next award is Best Fan Interaction. We got a lot of incredible moments. First one being a Dodgers fan follows through on a promise to name his daughter after Mookie hit a home run.
Yeah, this is actually a fairly recent one. Recently, and Mookie was going up to the plate, and the guy basically was like, "I'll name my child after you."
Middle name, I think it was.
Middle name.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Middle name after you if you hit a homer. Well, yes, it's a cool story that Mookie hit a homer, but it makes it cooler that he actually followed up and this became like a big thing and a big deal. And then the birth certificate came out and they actually did follow up on the child's middle name. Just a really cool, heartfelt story that was made even cooler by Mookie buying into it and being a cool part of it.
Yep. Next nominee is Trey Turner's standing ovation.
Yeah, it turned their season around. Not just Trey's. The Phillies were getting better, but this was kind of, not only does it turn the season around, I think this might be the future of how you handle a struggling star.
Power of positivity. Keep saying it. Cheer him on.
Okay. Anything else?
And
keep going.
Our final nominee. Bryce Harper giving his helmet to a kid.
Very recent.
Yep.
Started from a bad situation where Angel Hernandez did what Angel Hernandez does, and he missed a call. And Bryce Harper goes down there, gets ejected, tells him he's awful. And Angel, I don't even know what Angel said, but there's no way he was watching. No way. It wasn't even close. Bryce goes down there, tells him it's not close, gets thrown out of the game. As he's running back into the dugout, takes his helmet, flips his helmet up over the net, into the stands, ends up in the hands of the little kid. As you can see the photo there, Bryce Harper did end up signing the helmet, and the little kid went on to say that it was the greatest day of his life and the greatest baseball game he's ever been to. So a really cool story. But the winner of the 2023 Flippy Award for Best Fan Interaction, it's Trey Turner.
It is.
It's the Philly crowd. Look, I fell in love with that Philly crowd when we were there in the World Series last year. I love Philly fans. They're great fans. They're passionate. And they just got a bad rap because they threw snowballs at Santa years ago, but get over it. They're great fans. And what they did to Trey Turner after struggling and struggling and struggling, I truly believe this. And John and Smoltz said it on an episode of Saturday with Smoltz as well. This is the future blueprint of how you handle a struggling superstar.
Yeah. Don't
boo them. Don't make it worse.
Give them a standing
Encourage them. Tell them that you're there for them. Show them that you're there. And that turned around Trey Turner's season. And he ended up having a great end of the year from literally that day on. Shout out to the Philly crowd. This Flippy Award goes to Trey Turner and all of the Philadelphia Phillies fans.
All right, moving on to Comeback Player of the Year. The nominees are Fernando Tatis Jr., Christian Yelich, and Cody Bellinger.
Okay, Fernando Tatis for the obvious. Coming back after suspension last year and putting together a good season offensively and one of the best defensively. Yelich and Cody Bellinger. The winner for me of the 2023 Flippy Award for Comeback Player of the Year has to be Cody Bellinger. Are you kidding me? Former MVP and then just went straight downhill, ends up signing a deal that kind of says, well, what player are we getting?
Yeah.
You got much closer to the MVP version of Cody Bellinger, but it was different. It was different with Belly this year. Much different approach. He's not afraid to hit the ball the other way, take his singles. Still ended up putting up good power numbers. A great, great season in a new city for Cody Bellinger. Was pumped to see him as good as he was.
Is what you hope when good players get a fresh start in a new place.
Yep.
It's exactly what he needed. All right, on to our next award, Manager of the Year. The nominees are Brian Snitker, Brandon Hyde, and Dave Roberts.
All great options here. Snitker, the obvious reason, best team in baseball all season long. Dave Roberts, great again out there. 4 straight seasons of 100 wins in the NL West. But the winner of the 2023 Flippy Award for Manager of the Year is Brandon Hyde.
Has to be.
How could it not be a historic turnaround? One of the younger teams in baseball. It started last year when Adley Rutschman came up. Not often do you see a manager take over when an organization is down in the dumps and get to be there through the highs.
Yeah.
Well, they're experiencing those highs right now. They are the #1 seed in the American League. They were great all year long. They won the AL East. I think Brandon Hyde could have easily won this award last year, though they didn't get into the playoffs. This year, it's a no-brainer.
Yep.
Best manager of the year, hands down.
All right.
Flippy award to him.
On to Rookie of the Year. The nominees are Kodai Senga, Gunnar Henderson, and Corbin Carroll.
Oh, well, let's take a moment.
I just feel like I already know who you're going to say because you have been advertising and promoting who you think it should be all season long.
Let's just take one moment to acknowledge Kodai Senga and the season he had. Ended up with a sub-3 ERA and over 200 strikeouts on the year as a rookie coming over from Japan. The huge difference between pitching over there, different baseball, and coming over here and doing what he did with the Ghost Fork. Incredible. Gunnar Henderson, friend of the pod, MVP CC in this as well. So the winner of the 2023 Flippy Award for Rookie of the Year is Corbin Carroll, MVP CC, with winning some hardware. We're going to have to send him.
You should. His dad would love it too.
His dad would love it.
Mom and dad would love it.
Yeah.
They're big Ben fans.
What a season. 25-plus homers, 50-plus stolen bases, a power and speed combination unlike we have ever seen from a rookie. Congrats to him.
All right, moving on.
And the entire Carroll family.
Yeah.
Because we're all friends now. So.
Yeah. They are. His dad is you in like 25 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to Cy Young. The nominees are Blake Snell, Justin Steele, and Garrett Cole.
Yeah, a lot of good options here. These are, I think, fairly obvious nominees. Yes. I think 2 of these guys will go on to win the respective Cy Young in their league. But the winner for the 2023 Flippy Award for Cy Young goes to Blake Snell.
Yeah.
Again, you can point to you can point to the part of the season where it all turned around for the rest of the season. And he was the most dominant guy in baseball from that point on. It wasn't always easy from the very first beginning of the year, but once he figured it out, and we talked to him down there in San Diego about what he was doing and how he was able to figure it out.
Playing video games.
Playing golf and taking his mind off of baseball 24/7 ended up helping him out a lot. Blake Snell is the winner of the 2023 Flippy Award for Cy Young.
All right, we got 2 more here. So our second to last is Best Moment. The nominees are Drew Maggi's Major League debut, Acuna steals 70th base, and Mike Trout's at-bat against Shohei Ohtani in the World Baseball Classic.
For the Drew Maggi one, you got to go back to a good bit earlier in this season, but Drew Maggi spent his entire career in the minor leagues, 13 years in the minor leagues, finally got the call, got the standing ovation from the crowd.
Yeah.
Everybody knew the moment. It was emotional. It really was. That was really cool. Ronald Acuna Jr., what more do I need to say? 47.
Iconic.
It's never happened, ever.
Iconic.
It never happened. Ronald Acuna holding the base above his head, which Cubs announcers were pissed at, but guess what? It's an iconic photo. And then Trout versus Ohtani in the World Baseball Classic. The winner of the 2023 Flippy Award for Best Moment of the Year goes to Mike Trout facing Shohei Ohtani to finish the World Baseball Classic.
This was a movie scene. This was a movie scene.
I can't even believe it happened. You got to go back to the championship of the World Baseball Classic and just entering the WBC. It became the coolest thing to see would be Shohei facing Trout. But what are the odds of that happening?
Yeah.
And then you get to like the 8th inning of that game and it's like, well, if everything lines up perfectly.
Yeah.
And Shohei ends up coming in to close, which what are the odds of that really happening? Maybe we could get it. Well, then comes Shohei trotting out of the bullpen to close out the World Baseball Classic. Mike Trout hits 3rd in that inning in what I believe is perhaps the most historic at bat that baseball has ever gotten. And time and history will tell that. Maybe right now there's been bigger, but this will live on forever as just the moment, the two players, their teammates,
and
the
whoever
story.
won that matchup was going to win the game. You strike them out, Japan wins. If Trout hit a home run, I think there was a guy on base. I think they would have won the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a moment.
It was cool. All right, we got one more award for you, the MVP. And the nominees are Shohei Ohtani, Ronald Acuna Jr., and Mookie Betts.
Alex, this was tough.
Was it?
Yes, because Shohei didn't play the last month of the season. And Ronald Acuna went on to go 40-70, and Mookie put himself in the conversation. But to be honest, this came down to these two.
Yeah.
Ronald Acuna Jr. and Shohei Ohtani. And I'm not going to lie, it was very hard for me to make the decision that I did, and it might surprise some people. So the winner of the 2023 Flippy Award for Most Valuable Player is Shohei Ohtani. Are you kidding me? It was going to be the greatest season we've ever seen. It was, hear me out here, legitimately going to be the greatest season that we have ever seen. Unfortunately, it came to an end early because of the injury and the UCL tear, and he stopped pitching, and then he kept hitting for a bit, but then dealt with the oblique injury and ended up not being able to finish out the last couple weeks of the season. But all in all, still one of the greatest seasons we've ever seen. Can't call it the greatest because it wasn't full, but pitching-wise, for much of the year, we were talking Cy Young caliber pitcher. I mean, he threw his first complete game, which was a complete game one-hitter this year. Struck out 6 batters in a row at one point this season. He was hitting homers to the left field harder than any left-handed batters ever hit a homer. He was hitting 2 homers in a game the day he threw the complete game one-hitter. He went right back out 45 minutes later and hit 2 homers in that game. Ended up hitting over 300, an OPS of 1,000. I can't even fathom what he did out on a baseball field this year. 2 historic seasons with Ronald Acuna Jr. and Shohei Ohtani. I ended up going with Shohei Ohtani for the Flippy Award of Most Valuable Player of 2023.
And that wraps up our Flippy Awards. But before we go, we are going to do our playoff draft.
Okay. Congrats to all the Flippy Award winners, by the way.
Oh, see? There was nothing on those cards. I knew it. I knew it.
All right.
Okay.
So just like last year, here's all the teams up. We're gonna do a draft. We'll rock, paper, scissors for who gets first pick. And then we'll alternate. We'll get our 12 teams. Producers will keep track. And every time a team gets a win in the playoffs, you will get a point. Whoever has more points at the end will win this year's tail of the tape and our deal of cutting off your pinky. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors.
Hands.
Ready for first pick? Best 2 out of 3.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Go. Yes.
Okay.
Best 2 out of 3.
Okay.
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay. 1-0 Ben. Okay.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay. Ooh.
Yep.
Okay.
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 We're tied.
1-1. 1-1.
Ready?
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Damn it. Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Who
so
you take?
I will get the first pick, and then you get the next 2, and we'll alternate. I'm going to take the Atlanta Braves with my first pick. You have 2 picks.
Oh, I have 2 picks.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair. I'll take the Dodgers and the Phillies.
Okay. I will take the Astros and the Orioles.
Okay. I will take. Now you get one?
No, you get two.
Oh, now I get two? Okay.
Yeah.
Now I will take Tampa and the Twins.
Tampa and the Twins. Okay. I will take the Rangers and the Blue Jays.
Okay.
And then that leaves you with?
One more. We each get one left, right?
You have two more, and then I have the last one.
Oh, okay.
Snake draft.
Got it.
So you get whatever two of the three you want.
What's left?
D-backs, Brewers, Marlins.
And I take two?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm having such a tough time with this. Okay, I'm going to take Brewers and D-backs.
Okay, I'm taking the Marlins, and that is Alex's introduction to a snake draft. For the love of God. Woo! That was crazy, but we got there. All right, we will keep you posted on that. We have all of our teams. We did the 2023 Flippy Awards. It is time for the playoffs. It all starts today. Woo! Alex and I will be live after a lot of the days. And then at the ALCS and World Series, we will be there. But thank you for watching the 2023 Flippy Awards. Make sure you're subscribed wherever you listen to your podcast, Apple, Spotify, wherever. We're also on all social media, including YouTube, where you can watch every single thing we do at Flippin Bats Pod for all of them. Enjoy the playoffs, everyone. That does it. Peace.